It was the month of Ramadan. In a narrow, dim alley of Lahore stood a small mud house where 17-year-old Haris lived with his mother and two younger sisters. There was no furniture in the house, and many nights there was barely any food. Haris's father had died years ago, and his mother stitched clothes for people just to make ends meet. "Ami, is there anything to eat today?" "There's half a roti left, Beta. Share it with your sisters." "No, Ami, you eat it. I'll manage something later." Such conversations were now part of Haris's everyday life. Despite the hardships, Haris attended school, though always in worn-out clothes, barefoot, and often on an empty stomach. One day, the teacher asked the class, "Children, what do you want to become when you grow up?" "I want to be a businessman, sir," Haris replied enthusiastically. The entire class burst into laughter. "You don't even have shoes. How will you become a businessman?" the teacher mocked. Haris looked down, but replied softly, "Dreaming is still free, sir." The teacher fell silent, but a fire had already been lit in Haris's heart. During the summer break, Haris decided he wouldn't sit idle. He took a small cart on rent and started selling lemonade in the local market using just 500 rupees. Cold lemonade, just 5 rupees. People mocked him at first, but eventually they started admiring his courage. Slowly, he saved up and added samosas to his stall the following month. In the evenings, after closing his cart, he would go to a nearby library, read old business books, and watch free marketing and entrepreneurship videos on borrowed mobile phones. "One day, I'll make it big, Ami. Just keep praying," he often told his mother. His mother would smile through her tears. "May your hard work bring you success, my son." After a few months, as his business grew, a local tea vendor threatened him, saying, "Leave this spot. You're stealing my customers." Instead of backing down, Haris went to the police and requested protection. He found a new location and hired 2 boys to help him. He was now on his way to becoming a real businessman. 2 years later, Haris saved enough to rent a small shop. He turned it into a food outlet selling samosas, burgers, soft drinks, and tea. He manned the cash counter himself and used social media to promote his shop. Outside the store, he put up a signboard, "Haris Food Point, supporting the journey out of poverty." In 3 years, his food point expanded into 3 branches. Haris was now providing jobs to other young men like himself. He got his mother proper medical care, sent his sisters back to school, and enrolled himself in night classes to study business. "You inspire us, Haris Bhai." Such words became common for him to hear. A year later, Haris launched a free training center called Haris's Success Academy, where he taught underprivileged youth how to dream, start a business, and work with purpose. His most popular quote became, "If you're born poor, it's not your fault. But if you die poor, that's your responsibility." One day, he was invited to a television talk show. The host asked him, "Are you the same boy who once had no shoes?" "Yes," Haris smiled, "but I had dreams, and my mother's prayers." The interview went viral. Awards poured in. Universities invited him to speak. His story became a symbol of hope for the struggling youth. Now, Haris is a successful entrepreneur. His company, Haris Group, operates in food services, education, and charity. He built a school in his old neighborhood, established a hospital, and began offering interest-free loans to unemployed youth looking to start their own ventures. One day, sitting with his mother in the same alley he grew up in, Haris said, "Ami, remember the days we used to share half a roti?" With tears of pride in her eyes, she replied, "You didn't just fight poverty, my son. You changed our destiny." This story tells us, No matter how poor your beginnings are, with hard work, determination, and belief in yourself, you can change your destiny. Dreams don't require wealth to begin. They require courage, persistence, and the willingness to rise above circumstances. Your background doesn't define your future. Your choices do.